Yeah.
But yeah, Shizzy is just something I just felt like was something I needed to fall into that just made me a little more professional, and it gives more of an artist feel
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
the villain. You feel me? Kyoto Sunset was actually inspired by one of my favorite games called Tekken Tag Tournament. So one of the boards, one of my favorite boards on Tekken Tag Tournament 2
Yeah.
is called Kyoto Sunset, and that's how that came about.
That's cool. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, man.
Just to give you some background there, we were watching your videos, and this guy was like, no, he kind of looks South African. He kind of looks South African.
South Africa
He
beyond
mentioned you're
about you, man.
Nigerian, but like,
Man,
Yeah, I'm Nigerian,
yeah,
Nigerian.
nah, man,
you
you're
look
not.
South African.
I look so far off, man. You wanna see me closer, bro? Special moment, special day. This
Mhm.
is the birth of Cap City Digital. Of course, you would have seen some content out there already, just a sneak peek of what's coming out there. We've got an event that's going to be coming out as well soon. But this
Okay.
is an official welcome from myself, Tammy M, and this Nisi, of course. And yeah, so we had to, turn the lemons into lemonade, and we had to create something, out of the initial platform. If you know us, you know where you initially saw us, but
Mhm.
this is our home. This is also a home for you as well. We like to welcome you. We like to, introduce you to a safe space for global citizens as well. We're about to introduce you to the finest of talent, internationally. We're going to start off, of course, here back home with ourselves. We introduce the world to us, the finest talent coming from South Africa. We're going to introduce you
Okay.
to other talent coming from Africa as well, all over Africa. And then, of course, the US, Europe, Dubai, Australia. As we just said, we are global citizens, and we're going to rep that. We're going to rep that. We're going to make this world a very small place, just as
Yes,
we
sir.
do already on social media, So that's what it is. This welcome, man. Welcome. It's a special day.
It's a
We did it
special day, man.
finally.
And I'm happy
Yes.
because technically, the way things were set up, he was supposed to be the second guest. He was supposed to be
Yeah.
our second official guest. But then
Okay.
because of the divine timing, you know, um, he just happened to be ready right
Happens,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
It helps to stay ready. So you have to get
It
Yes,
ready.
sir.
helps to
Yes, sir.
stay
Always,
ready.
always.
Yeah. All right. All right, man. Let's start off at the beginning. And one thing that I really want to start people off, because I saw O'Shea, and then you just went through your whole transformation there, and now you go by another name, you know. But then please let us know, who are you right now in this moment? For people who know you by the other names as well. Just explain that as well. Please let us know.
Okay. Well, pleasure to meet everybody. Part of the being a part of the Cap City fam. I appreciate you guys for having me. I go by the name of Shizzy Bando, spelled Shzzy 8ANDO. Formerly used to be known as O'Shea the Villain, songwriter, producer, videographer. I've done a lot of things. Um, but I felt like the villain name wasn't really marketable,
Yeah.
and O'Shea is more of a I feel like that's more of a family name. So it's like I feel like only
It's
really
time
people
of
that
business.
really vibe with me and stuff like that. It's a family nickname. That was something that was given to me by family friends and stuff like that. So I just wanted more of an artist persona that I guess that I can separate from,
Yeah.
the day-to-day life and stuff like that, while I can still have my privacy or my identity elsewhere. But I'm O'Shea for life. That's me. This is my name.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shizzy is just something I just felt like was something I needed to fall into that just made me a little more professional, and it gives more of an artist feel than
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
the villain. You feel
The
me? Like
villain. Yeah.
I make love songs and stuff like that. Like my sound is all over the place, but I
Yeah.
feel like villain
Yeah.
definitely wasn't the market that I needed to have.
That's beautiful, man.
That's dope. Now, Shizzy, I want to know, man. So, where you from exactly? We know you from, New York, but where exactly in New York were you from, man? What's your influence and your upbringing been like?
Okay, well, I'm from the Bronx. I'm always Jack the Bronx, but I was born in Harlem. So it's like
Ah,
I always got the deep, deep love for Harlem. I spent like my first like 6, 7 years of my life in Harlem, family in Harlem, back and forth, so on and so forth. But my livelihood, like I'm BX to the day I die, man. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and what was the rest of that question? I'm sorry.
like your upbringing in Harlem, what is that like? The first 7 years of your life, 6, 7 years of your life, what was it like? Because we familiar with Harlem based on what we see on TV. Gangster
Yeah.
Mhm.
Harlem, what Harlem this, Harlem that. What was your experience like? Growing up in Harlem around those times.
Well, don't get me wrong. It was everybody got their own story. Everybody got their own stuff they go through. But around the time I would say maybe like 4 or 5. It's a lot of nonsense all over New York, but Harlem is just like where all the fly shit and the nonsense of New York, I guess, like commingle for real.
Huh.
Yeah.
Um, by the time I moved to the Bronx, that's when I started to really see like the more extra violent side of New York, and I would say like the shadows of the city. Um, I feel like Harlem is more everybody gonna get money shit, you feel me, here and there. Like all over New York, you're gonna deal with your bullshit. But I feel like Harlem is like their focus was different than the Bronx. Like I feel like the Bronx was just based in survival for real.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what I had to learn growing up in the Bronx. And I've been in the Bronx past damn near 20 some years.
And Shizzy, just to get like a bit of context, how old are you now, man? Like, how old are you now? And like,
I'm 26 and I turned 27 in August.
that's
So
cool.
yeah,
That's
it's been
cool.
like
All right.
2019, 20 years I've been in the
Yeah.
Bronx.
Now,
Yeah.
shout out now, and now I get much more better
Yeah.
understanding of
It's
time frame,
experience.
yeah,
Yeah.
your experience as well. And
Mhm.
around that time, your upbringing, what were you listening to? Around that time, around the Bronx, what kind of music was, what kind of music inspired you even to get into the music biz?
Okay, well, my pops was in the rap game and he was a producer himself. So it's like I said, my music is all over the place. My influences is all over the place. So I grew up a lot on like Slick Rick, Aretha Franklin, all the way down to like Beethoven, Kid
Yeah.
Cudi, you feel me, Kanye, you feel me,
Yeah.
shit like that. So it's
Yeah.
like pops was real big into like I said, he was a producer, so he was real big on like sampling shit, you feel me? So I'm hearing like foreign records from overseas and shit like that, classical music from like France, mad other shit. Cause my pops used to have like cassette tapes and stacks of like vinyl records and shit like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
your pops was a producer, and you mentioned the number of influence that you got. The vast difference of types of music. But then on your side,
Mhm.
what is that first thing that gets you into studio or gets you into wanting to
Become a musician.
become a musician? Yeah.
I feel like it's just you gotta experience life for real. Like you gotta give the people something to relate to or something to connect to, or at the very least give an older version of yourself something to remember and reflect on.
Yes.
Um, a lot of times I use music, like music started for me as like more of like a therapeutic sense that I was just like step into just to like get some weight off my shoulders that
Yeah.
ended up
Yeah.
turning into something else later on down the line off of like friends and family hyping me up and all that other shit. But
Yeah.
it really started as something that just to get some weight off my back, just to talk about this type of stuff that
Yeah.
I physically feel like I can't talk about in a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. Did you used to, did it start with you with poetry? Because I know a lot of people started with poetry,
Yeah.
especially,
Yeah, I
journaling and
started
all.
I used to write poems in fourth grade. So
Yeah.
like from fourth grade forward was when it was like my pen really started for real. I've been making beats though since I was like 8 years old.
Okay. 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 You remember
Mhm.
your first beat?
My first beat I made in my pop's MPC machine. It was just a car. It was blue with I think it had like silver and gold
Yeah.
knobs
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
And I
It's a
was
serious
sampling.
device. Yeah.
Yeah, I think my pops helped me sample like an old record or some shit like that, and then
Yeah,
he turned like the samples on the pads and the sign did all this other shit.
yeah, yeah.
For me, I personally thought it was fire, but like thinking back on it now, that shit was cool. But the idea was there. The concept started
Yeah,
somewhere. For me, we
yeah,
was getting there. But yeah, definitely now I feel like that definitely inspired a whole different bracket in terms of creativity for me.
yeah. That's
That's pretty
dope.
dope. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope because you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I
And
played the drum,
in terms of
the violin.
Oh, dope.
You said what?
You said you play the drums and the violin.
Yeah, I played the drums in fourth grade,
Yeah,
violin first grade, kindergarten,
yeah.
xylophone fifth, sixth grade,
Wow,
and I used to sing in church,
oh,
and my mom's used to sing in church.
wow.
wow. So it comes in the family basically.
Yeah,
So you were like,
Yeah, yeah, all that, all that.
you just pick up an instrument, you just play. Doesn't take you too long. You just play on.
Nah, yeah, as long as I get like a basic, because I can't read music. My younger brother actually can read music, but as long as I have like a base idea of like what I want it to sound like, I've always built songs based off of ear.
yeah, yeah. That's
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 deep.
talent,
That's
bro.
pretty
That's
dope. Yeah,
talent.
it's like
Thank you,
the
thank you.
raw,
Yeah.
talent. Now, in terms of
Hmm.
like the music that you make now, what genre of music would you say you make?
As of for the past, I would say about 6 to 8 months. I've been focused really on club R&B
Okay,
and alternative trap EDM.
okay.
You feel me?
Why?
So
Why specifically that sound?
Yeah.
What inspired you to go into that sound right now?
because my older brother is a house music DJ. So he
Okay.
does like underground parties. He's been to like Berlin, Bali, and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Oh,
Yeah. 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 Has it been to South
Um,
Africa though?
not yet, not yet. But we Nigerians, you feel me? So it's like we gonna
Oh
be over
yeah,
there soon.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
But you
feel
have to
me?
be to the house. You have to come to the house capital of
this
the
is
world.
this is
You
the
know,
Of
motherland.
course, of
house
course, of
capital of
That's
the
where it's
world. Yeah.
at, man.
Trust me, we working on it. We definitely working on it.
Oh,
But
that's yeah,
yeah, like I found like that house music, rock music, a lot of the music that's like put in fusions or like Afro beats and shit like that. Like I feel like a lot of the bass genres that we have right now
yeah,
are all we know. So it's like who's really out here chasing new genres for real? That's kind
yeah,
of what I'll be
yeah,
focusing on.
yeah,
So it's like how can we mix one genre and another and just create some new shit? You feel
yeah,
me? That
yeah,
people could
yeah.
dance to. You feel me?
That's dope.
I feel like too many people are not really focused on dancing nowadays either. You feel me? Like for real, like everybody want a wall hug and stuff like that. Like I want to create music that's like setting an experience. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take it back to the times when people wanted to dance.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
So now, apart from music, are you like involved in any other profession? Maybe do you maybe like involved in any other, I don't know, like what else do you do? Let me just ask you. In business, maybe, or are you just strictly on the music space?
Well, I run my own entertainment and media production company
Okay.
called Apex Hustler Media. I'm the co-founder with one of my closest friends. Um, and it's a whole team of us. What started as um just a bunch of cameramen and producers trying to find their way through the music industry turned into something beautiful later on down the line.
Yeah,
So we are like I said, entertainment production. So we do networking event coordination, we do brand development, we do music video distribution, videographers, producers, songwriters, you name it. Anything that media and entertainment touches, we probably have our hand in some way, somewhere.
That's dope.
that's dope, man. That's dope.
Thank
But
thank
then
you.
it means that you've seen a lot of parts of the industry, whether
Yeah.
it's in the background or in the front end of this whole thing. But then just to you, which part is the most interesting? Because a lot of people might think that it's being in front of the cameras and getting the stars and but then to you, who's basically part of
Exposed to
yeah
the entire
exposed of this
pie.
thing, which part would you say is the most interesting?
The most interesting, I would say, would be the rooms you get to create in, the people that you meet along the way of actually genuinely creating, like because a lot of the times they say with the music industry is a politics and who you know, what you know, and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
there are certain instances where you get to meet genuine people in this shit that like really wanna build something for real. That's
yeah,
really trying to do something bigger than just an accolade or a stamp. That's actually trying to, like I
yeah,
said,
yeah,
experience.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, little moments like that is kind of like what it makes it all worth it for real.
And I find that people who are actually part of the back end of the industry, people who are in turn willing to teach as well. Would you be
Mhm.
interested in holding like master classes and teaching other artists how the industry actually works?
Absolutely, absolutely. I would definitely I feel like that's something that we've kind of already glanced at that
Yeah,
we were looking into.
yeah,
We actually have a podcast that kind of like not a master class, but
yeah,
sort of like a do's and don'ts of the music industry. It's called
Nice.
yeah,
Hustlers Haven,
Interesting.
Hustlers Haven TV.
dope.
So we're having a slow start right now. We just
Yeah,
locking in a couple things, but
yeah,
the next episode definitely will be out very soon.
That's dope.
that's
So
dope.
now collectively, apart from the podcast, how long have you been like just in the process of making music? Like you recording music and releasing music. How far have you been doing that? How long have you been doing that now?
I would say since late 2017, early 2018,
Nice.
just about.
Okay.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
And there's been, I mean, lots of sounds changing and coming and going, So what inspires you when you're picking your sound? You say, this is my sound, it's unique to me. I want to, convey a message and portray my emotions via the sound. Like what inspires you to say, okay, this is my sound that I want to, identify with and identify with an audience of that sound?
Mhm. I feel like if I can't envision a song in a stadium or on a movie soundtrack, I'll probably scrap it.
what's
And that's like the simplest way I can explain the way
yeah,
I'm inspired with
yeah,
uh
yeah,
music. Because I'm real big on like movies. I love watching movies. Like I said, I'm a
yeah,
videographer, so it's like film is my thing. So it's like
yeah.
I like to structure and watch like how shots are made, the type of music that's inspiring the scene, so on and so forth. Like I tried my best to structure my music as if it's like a soundtrack to life.
That's so
And we were just we're just chilling here, just waiting for the interviews, and we're checking out some of the music videos, and I have to say what you're saying right now,
Mhm,
I can say I'm seeing that in the visuals that you're putting out, that
mhm,
there's an element of cinematography there. There's an element of just not just a normal music video, but there's an element of that cinematography, whether it's shooting the light or you know just beautiful as you're saying. And I hear that that is actually where the money is.
mhm.
Movies and the series. If you
it's
can
not
get on
busy.
TV, that's where the money is.
Mhm.
You got to keep people busy and keep people entertained, So someone has to like find your visuals appealing enough to come back and watch them again, because
Right.
okay, it's a way for them to also listen to the track at the same time.
Licensing as well.
Yeah,
And play
definitely.
it over and over, so they have to pay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um.
Yeah, you got
So
to create a type of replay value.
exactly. Beautiful.
Mhm.
Now, just let us know at the moment. What are you working on, and when is it going to be ready?
Okay. Well, as I stated before, I have the episode 2 of the podcast coming out.
Okay.
It should be out probably like in the next, I would say 3, 4 days.
Okay.
nice.
Okay.
And in 6 days on March 30th, I'm dropping a project called Kyoto Sunset Volume 2. So this is the secondary version of the concept
Okay.
of the project, the club
Okay.
R&B songs and trap EDM, that kind of vibe.
That's
But
dope.
it's the first project of this new sound and this new name.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope, man. If you need us on the podcast, man, let us
Yeah,
know.
we'd love to
Yeah,
feature,
we'd
man.
I
love
would
to.
love that. I would love that.
Definitely.
That would be
You know,
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Let's give you
definitely.
the perspective, South
of
Africa.
how this
Let's
this side.
yeah, let's make the world a very small place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, hell yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you guys got my information now. It's
Devs.
no harm in calling. Feel me? Have no problem texting me or give me a phone call. We can set that up. We can get that going.
So I want to know, man, what's your birth name? Are you comfortable with sharing your birth name? Because I feel like more or less similar. We got
Oh
some
yeah,
similar
yeah, yeah.
features, man.
Just to give you some background there, we were watching your videos, and this guy was like, no, he kind of looks South African. He kind of looks
Yeah,
South
you
African.
got some South African
You
kind
mentioned you're
about you, man.
Nigerian, but
You,
he's
you
like,
and I,
Yeah, I'm
he's
Nigerian,
like,
you
Nigerian.
and I, man,
he
you and
looks
I,
South African.
I don't look so far off, man. I mean, you wanna see me closer, bro?
Yeah. I'm Nigerian, Jamaican, and Cuban, and
Jeez,
a
man.
little
I'm a
dash
bit
Irish.
jealous.
Yeah,
I'm slightly jealous, man.
yeah, that's where the
Jealous, bro.
vibes are.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
Nigerian,
man, it's all love, it's all
your
love.
Jamaican,
musical senses come from
yeah,
a lot of places. So the
yeah,
drums,
Caribbean, and
okay.
drums and
That's your
yeah.
Hmm.
musical encyclopedia,
That's why
basically.
that's why you
Yeah,
Musical
concentrating on
genius.
dancing,
Nah,
because
he's a
yeah,
musical genius.
Nigeria, Jamaica, that's where the people are
So
yeah,
he's
like
dancing.
got he's got
everything,
the
and my
biggest
whole
beef
culture
in the
heritage is
world.
nothing
But
but movement. You feel me? So it's like
Yeah.
you can't sit still, man. We gotta
bro,
vibe. The vibe gotta be in the
we
room.
gotta
They gotta
put
be
you with
active
some
at all
some
times.
some Nigerian and South African artists, man. Get some collabos going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
That'd be
beautiful.
cool.
Yeah, hell
we'll
yeah.
recommend some
Yeah,
people too. Yeah.
because we like to do that. We
Yeah, well,
think we're
actually,
important enough to kind of influence, and
Yeah.
yeah, we like to
Yeah.
connect people, man. And who knows, maybe we could be producers. We just produce. There's many ways to produce.
yo, let's
Yeah,
do it. Let's do it. I'm
that's
actually,
kind of
we're
exciting.
actually
I'm
working
kind of
on the
excited. Yeah.
My fault. I didn't mean to cut you off. We're working on a compilation project right now for
Oh,
like
dope.
upcoming artists.
Yeah.
So like right now is probably I would say the next like 6, 7 months is
Yeah.
the best perfect time for all this collab stuff to happen. So if
Oh,
you know anybody like South African artists that's
yeah.
interested
Yeah.
and they will be a part of this, definitely send them my way and we could definitely get something going.
We're
Oh,
also
definitely.
working on a compilation. So we're trying to put basically a couple of South African and African artists on one tape. Just
Hmm.
market that tape and like
Yeah.
as a
A-
team, just unite all our resources and just push
And
that thing.
we have to tell you
So we'll
that
see how maybe we can get some done together.
on the American side of our tape, the people who are really responding,
Yeah.
people from ATL. So although we have somebody from New York that's maybe interested, but then we are following that side, ATL, and we getting a lot of people on that side. But then we that's why we want to start interacting with New York people. So you could
Hmm.
possibly be one of the people there on the yeah on the EP
Yeah,
on the EP.
that'd be dope.
We can
Yeah,
make
I
anything happen.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
We can do that.
I definitely appreciate the consideration. I would more than love that. That would be amazing.
That's cool. That's cool. Now I want to know, man. You're about to get introduced to a whole,
Hmm.
range of, listeners out there who are going to be
Yep.
listening to your music for the first time. Where does the listener out there or the viewer out there, you know, come across your music? You personally, your socials. Where do we, get across you?
Okay. My Instagram is Shizzy Bando,
Mm-hmm.
SHZZY.8ANDO. Bando is with an eight, not a B.
Yeah, that threw me off a bit.
Nice.
That threw me off.
Yeah.
That threw me off.
Love.
When I first saw it, it threw me off. Yeah, yeah. I had to ask. I had to ask Stella to clear that for me
Mhm.
and let me know properly. But it threw me off. But Shizzy Bando, oh man,
Yeah.
so dope that you are working on a lot of projects at the moment. Just let us know that body of work that you are working on.
Mhm.
What inspired it?
There's actually once again the movie conversation. One of my favorite movies called The Necessary Death of Charlie Countryman.
Okay.
It's a indie film starring and I believe co-written and directed by Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, dope. Okay.
and it's about this guy Shia LaBeouf plays Charlie Countryman. He's a guy
Yeah.
who just recently loses his mother,
Okay.
and apparently his mother sends him on like this journey, and he ends up in Bucharest where he ends up finding the love of his life.
Okay.
So it in the whole grand spectrum of things, what started as like um a project that sound when I wanted to tell a love story that was sort of about escaping the situation you're in while finding something beautiful when you land where you're at.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm an anime geek, so like
Okay.
why not
Okay.
set the whole thing in Japan, you know? Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um and Kyoto Sunset was actually inspired by one of my favorite games called Tekken Tag Tournament.
Oh,
So one of the boards, one of my favorite boards on Tekken Tag Tournament 2
yeah.
is called Kyoto Sunset, and that's how that came about.
That's dope. That's dope.
Mm.
And I know it's dope because in my mind, as you're explaining it, I'm thinking I was watching um Bob Marley, One Love, and
Mhm.
actually got to see the story of how the album Exodus got to happen. It's also inspired by a movie, and as you're saying that's the image that comes through my mind. I'm like, this album that was inspired by the movie became one of the best albums ever. And
That's
as you're explaining that, you're explaining it with such intensity that that's the image that comes to my mind as well. That,
that's dope.
yeah.
Thank you, thank you. That's a big shoes to fill. I appreciate the
I'm gonna
comparison.
check out the movie. I gotta check out the movie, man.
You got
Nah,
the
yeah, it's dope.
lineage
Yeah.
though. You got the lineage though. Jamaican.
Mm-hmm.
One
Yeah.
love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
And just let us know, man. Any future plans?
Collabos,
Yeah.
anyone you want to work with? What do you think of
Um,
the scene in South Africa, the music scene? Are you familiar with it?
not much. I'm actually just now starting to get like really abreast with everything. I'm just now really teaching because I was born over here, so it's like I don't even know my tribe's native language is Yoruba. I don't know it
Mm-hmm.
fluently.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm still in the process of even learning the
Okay.
language and getting back in touch with my roots and stuff like that. But give me
Yeah, it's all
time.
good. It's a
I'll be
journey.
there
Yeah.
It's a
very
Okay.
journey.
soon.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nah, I would
shout out to
love
you.
it.
We wish you well on the journey, man. It's a great journey,
Yeah.
self-discovery, We wish you well on that, man.
Now,
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
as
Thank
you were
you.
saying, who would you like to work with, though?
I would love to work with Vori.
Okay.
Uh, who else? There's a artist I've discovered as of recently by the name of Live.
Okay.
Um, everybody else I feel like I've either already worked with all the people that are my dream collabs.
Yeah.
I've probably already worked with, or we're in the process of like working now. So it's
Okay.
like
Okay.
as other than I would say uh Vori, Kanye, Trav,
Yeah.
uh Kid Cudi. That's pretty much about my only focus right now.
That's dope, man.
Nah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's dope. That's
Oh,
that's
Taz
that's a
Taylor.
list right
Taz
there.
Taylor.
Yeah, that's a list right there.
She's just
Mhm.
amazing, though. It's been great. Meeting you has been
Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah.
Being acquainted to you has been awesome. We look forward to
Mhm.
definitely working with you, very soon. We're gonna keep tabs, of course, keep everything in the
Of
loop so
course.
that we just keep those collabos coming,
Yeah.
right? We're
Yes, sir.
excited about just seeing what we can do, connecting your background with some of our background, some of our artists and our DJs as well, right? So we want to thank you so much for joining us here at Cap City Digital.
Thank you
Um,
so much for
yeah,
having
we
me.
look forward to catching up with you again very soon, of course. All right.
Mhm.
I am Tommy M, of course, at 012 Tommy M. And this is
TESPU, Real Desbu on Instagram and X as well. She's a bando man. Before we let you go, just let us
Okay.
know which song should people look out for at the moment.
At the moment, uh, phew, I would say Rose in the Club. We running that shit till the wheels fall off.
Okay,
And
okay,
uh, Edge of Japan drops on
okay.
the project 3:30.
okay.
Dope.
And where can people jump some of these tracks? Where are you on? Which platforms are you on?
I'm on SoundCloud, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, Napster, JPay. If you in prison, UFC radio, if you into that type of stuff,
And your
music
names there
choice,
haven't changed.
be everywhere.
And
Yeah,
your
no, the
names
name.
there haven't changed. Same
No,
stage name.
you can all my old music is O'Shea the Villain. I'm not taking none of that down. That's part of my history. That's part of me. Like I said, that name is copywritten under my team and company. So
Yeah.
nobody will ever be able to take that from me. O'Shea the Villain is stamped to me for life, but it's Shzzy season.
Okay, Mr. Shizzy.
It's Jesus season.
Shizzy season it is. Nah, I'm getting
Yes,
my
sir.
my summer body ready for that Shizzy season. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
New York coming through. We're gonna be with you very soon, man. We're quite
Yes, sir.
excited. Please, everybody in the Bronx, let them know, Cap City Digital Boys, we are going to be introducing them to the world and introducing the world
Yeah, and
to
and
the
and
Bronx.
and the other thing is that the people that you mentioned that you'd like to work with, and all the other people that you mentioned that you have already worked with, just
Mhm.
let them know, let us know, because you got to put some of your people on as well, some of the people that helped you on this journey on. Just let us know that this is the guy that's hot at the moment,
Okay.
interview him, because that's the whole point of this. We do this so that a lot of people can be exposed to some amazing artists out there in the world.
Well, for one, y'all gotta check out. We just gonna run down the list real quick. So we
Yeah.
got Mo Dub, Spliff Happy, Fergie Baby, Jesus, Yo Wan, Gav Lavish, Freaky Fliz, 917 Racks,
Uh,
MRI NYC, Germ Low, Suki Capone, Big Len, who else?
oh,
Who else? Controverse, Kels MB, Mikey Knox, Frio MB, Turbeezy, Moolah Mandan. Um, yeah, the list could keep going. I could keep going. Sin
I want
Kush,
to ask you,
Sin Kush. Oh my God, she's
you
amazing.
heard of you heard of Swim? You know Swim?
Hell yeah, I know. So I definitely swing the pew pew pew. Hell
Yeah,
yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
shit. Yeah,
Miles
that's a
Brenda.
shit.
Miles Brenda.
That's our homie.
Miles Breno, yeah, I've actually I've met him before, like at a show or some shit, like
Yeah,
Okay.
R2RO as well.
Yeah.
we got
Um,
interviews with them. We got
Yeah, yeah.
interviews with
Those
them
yeah,
those
too.
we
are our
So
actually we had
homies there. Yeah.
you also
our
have to
very
know.
first interview was with Eddie Rivers. So it was like getting to know,
Oh,
got to
dope. Yeah, yeah,
sit
yeah,
down with him and got to have conversations with him, got to know him a little better.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, just influence. Same thing we have in conversation we have right now.
That's
Influences
dope.
and stuff like that. How he feels about the current state of the
yeah,
game. So
yeah,
yeah, if
yeah.
I got some time, definitely check it out. I would definitely appreciate some pointers.
Yeah, thank God this thing is recorded. So we'll just have to rewind and
Yeah.
one by
Pull
one
all
hunt
those
those
names.
people down.
Hunt them all.
Yeah,
But yo,
Hell
thank you so
yeah,
much
hell
for just
yeah.
connecting us with, everybody you connected us with so far, man. It's yeah,
we
we about to
appreciate
we
it.
about to do a lot. We about to collaborate, putting the work together, man. Whatever you're doing, you need us. We out here. Please, please,
Yeah,
please. Holla,
Yes, yes, yes. I
holla at
appreciate
us,
you. Thank you so much for reaching out. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time.
Definitely, man. When you're ready to come through to the city, South
yeah.
Africa, man,
Let us know.
let us know. Let's make something happen,
Hell
But
yeah,
yeah,
hell yeah.
some listening sessions, some
Yeah,
shows.
yeah.
We can do that. We can do
Yeah,
anything.
I'm with all that. So y'all gonna hear from me very, very soon. Trust me.
It's she's the season.
Shizzy season. All right, appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, money all on me, go out like a rocket. Yeah, feeling like chow when I made her my savage. Yeah, she back on my monster, I give it that likeness. Yeah, but she lost her mind and she think that we locked in. She tucking and she's like we going to war. In the street she a queen, in the bed she a... In the street she a queen.